indie games. There are a lot of them. But today I want to talk about one that I really love and I've seen no one talk about to my information. It's called Pepper Grinder and it's amazing. The game is a quick action-packed game about a girl named Pepper with a drill, made by Eric. You can use this drill to defeat enemies and drill through terrain. You can also get attachments for the drill and levels, which I'll talk about as they get introduced. So the game opens up with Pepper lying on the beach with treasure. Then, shortly after, Mint, the semi-antagonist, rudely steals it. Since it's yours, you go after her trying to get it back, but she manages to cut you off a bridge that you're standing on, making you fall into a cave. But you manage to grab a drill on your way down. That also puts you straight into the first level, which I think is nice because it's pretty seamless. The first level teaches you about the main gimmicks of the game, like drilling, defeating enemies, etc. It also has the main enemy of the game, the Gnarlings, which are in most of the levels. It also introduces you to the giant that follows you and helps you throughout the game. This first world is probably the worst world with pretty basic level themes and has the least amount of levels out of every single world, so it's probably the worst. The last level is pretty good, that being Headstone Peak. This level has a puzzly gimmick to it, with plates that will switch when you drill into them, and bombs, which makes for some pretty cool moments. And then there's the secret level. Each world has a secret level that is able to be accessed by buying a key from the shop. This key is 10 skull coins, which are the collectible in this game, with gems being normal currency. The secret level in this world, Cannonier's Folly, is really good, as lots of cannons, hence the name, and hot air balloons which you can puncture with your drill. The boss for this world, Beetle Rider, takes one of the enemies from the world and makes it into a boss. It's pretty good. It's a little boring considering it's just an enemy upscaled, but it is pretty good for a first boss. World 2 is your lava theme world with a few cool themings. The first level is a generic lava level with moving platforms. Yeah, I lied. Also, shouts to the dude at the beginning of that level. Next we have Poison Ridge, which is an introduction level to the grappling hook, which barely gets used in this world. It should have probably been introduced later. Then there's Giant's Kitchen, which is a cool food theme level that plays into the giant subplot of the game. It also introduces you to the gun drill attachment, which is pretty cool. Obviously, it's just a gun. Rotoburr pits have the titular rotoburrs, and a genuinely cool gimmick being cooling lava to get a drillable surface. The secret level Marauder Beach, which shows off my favorite above water movement in gaming history. You just go flying. You also have the gimmick from the previous level, except with the volcano. The boss here, being Magnum Worm, is also a really cool boss that's original and uses the gimmick on water on lava, just in reverse, as it breaks the ground to make lava. The third world is a snowy world. The first level is a cannon level where you use the cannons to break a recurring thing in this world, ice blocks. The second level is my favorite of this world, introducing us to a lot of things. This level opens up to a snowmobile part, which I think is pretty good. It then leads into the gimmick for the rest of the level, breakable ground. Then later bringing back the flip switches and bombs from a previous level, which makes it a pretty good level. The next level is a cold water level with sharks. Breaker Pass is pretty cool with that giant finally coming to play, and missiles. You get to shoot missiles, which is pretty fun. The secret level is one of the best, having a really cool gimmick with falling drillable ground and using the grappling hook. The boss is also very good, making this world one of the best. This is actually the only boss with a short level before the boss, which is a pretty neat thing to start off with. After that, you get a fight mint from the start of the game, and the attacks are really cool. It's nice being able to fight someone who has drills as well, just like you, except she has 2 instead of 1. The last world. Yeah, that's why I said the last world. This game only has 4 worlds. It's one of my major complaints. It's really short, but it's really good. Anyways, this world is a really cool theme for a final world instead of a generic lava world. That was earlier. But anyways, this world opens up with a level that I consider to be the one true water level of the game, which really sucks because it forced you to pee in water at certain points, so I'm just gonna skip past it. The next level is really good, introducing property damage. But seriously, this is good. you have a giant mech and you smash through houses and ships and everything. But if you want a challenge, the mech is entirely optional, or at least I think. Don't quote me on that. The next level is very good as you finally get your gun back. You're in a subway the whole time and you're riding on top of trains fending off enemies. This is a good concept, but I think it gets used better in the next level. I'm going to talk about the bonus first for this world so I can have the last level and boss side by side because they kind of play into each other. The bonus level for this world is really cool as it has essentially lava bubbles and jello that you can ride out, which are pretty cool gimmicks that work well with this level. The last main level for this world is Deep Broth City. This level is where the real antagonist of the game, who shall be named later, lives. This level has fire, guns, giant piles of enemies, and more. Who wouldn't like it? This level is very difficult and a perfect final level to end the game on. The final boss. Little known fact about me, because it's like my first video, I don't normally like final bosses. I think they're hard to get right and sometimes can be way more difficult than the rest of the game was for no reason. But this game does it really good. But first, subscribe. Please subscribe. I only have like 4 subscribers, so please. Scrolls for the final boss, by the way. It opens up with Mint showing the real bad guy of the game, Emperor Naro, that everyone failed. Then they get pushed aside and you show up to fight. This first bit is pretty good. Has good attacks that'll be a precursor to what happens next. After you beat him up, his skeleton literally flies out of his body to fight you. The second phase is really good. First of all, this boss design is amazing. It's just a skeleton. But the arena is very good, whereas if it had a different arena, this boss would be a lot worse. That is because the attack patterns are pretty repetitive and you can get it down pretty easily. But other than that, it is good. After you get his health to 0, you can't quite bash in his skull alone, so Min comes to join you. You land on Naro's throne with the gnarling population watching you, and you find the true moral of the story: money. Overall, this game is very good, with good difficulty, art, gameplay, design, collectibles, and pretty much everything. I forgot to mention it, but the soundtrack is also amazing. I'll put a link to it in the description of this video in case anyone wants to listen to it. It's also been playing in the background of this entire video so you can get a little feel for it. The worst part of the length is unfortunately very short. You can beat it in like 5 hours. And the collectibles are like another hour at most. They also have a time attack mode which can add a lot of playtime, but it's just replaying levels, just trying to do it fast. The time attack mode will give you stickers based off the time for a sticker book, which I won't go too in depth on because the sticker book, play stickers on images, pretty simple. If anyone watching this has not played it, which probably most people watching this have not played it, please play it. It's amazing and this video is proof. If Eric is watching this somehow, make a sequel or anything more related to that game. I'll help any way I can, please. Anyways, thank you for watching. Shoutouts to this one dude for all the footage I used in this video. Thank you. I couldn't have done it without you. And just also like subscribe again because yeah. Also, if I got 5 likes, I'll make another video. Just another video in general. So yeah. Thank you for watching and have a good day.